One bright, sunshiny day, Tom, Lucy, and their friend Ben were on a seaside holiday at Pine Hill Cottage. They had spent most of the morning exploring the sandy beaches, hunting for seashells, and building sandcastles. But now, as the afternoon breeze swirled in the air, they were about to embark on their greatest adventure yet. "Let's go to the old shipwreck," Ben said suddenly, his eyes twinkling with excitement. "You mean the one near Whispering Cove?" Lucy asked. "I've heard people say it's haunted." "It's not haunted," Tom said confidently, though a little shiver ran down his spine. "It's just an old wreck. There's bound to be treasure there." So off they went, running along the craggy cliffs that led to Whispering Cove, a place that seemed to hide many secrets. The cove was shrouded in mist most days, and only the bravest explorers dared to venture there. As they reached the edge of the cove, they saw it, the pirate shipwreck. It lay half submerged in the water, its rotting timbers covered with seaweed. The mast creaked in the wind, and the sails were tattered and torn. It was a strange and eerie sight. "Come on, let's see what's inside," Ben called, already scampering towards the ship's rotting plank. "I'm not so sure," Lucy said, eyeing the ship cautiously. "It looks awfully spooky." But Tom was determined. "We've come all this way. We have to have a look." Together, they crept aboard the old pirate ship. The air was damp and salty, and the wooden boards beneath their feet creaked with every step. They wandered through the dark, narrow corridors, their footsteps echoing in the silence. There were old chests, broken furniture, and piles of sea-soaked maps, but no sign of treasure. Just when they thought they'd found nothing of interest, something unusual caught their eye. A small dusty shelf near the captain's quarters held a peculiar object, a clockwork parrot. It was perched on a tiny golden stand, its feathers made of finely painted metal, and its beak was open as though it were about to speak. Its eyes were small, shining gems that seemed to gleam with life. The most curious thing, however, was a faded note pinned to the parrot's wing, reading, "Find the secret beneath the waves, and you'll unlock the pirate's treasure. The clockwork parrot knows the way." "Look at this," Tom exclaimed, holding the parrot in his hands. "It's just like a toy, but it feels alive." Lucy raised an eyebrow. "Do you think this is the key to something? The pirate's treasure?" "It must be," Ben said excitedly. "Let's take it back to the cottage and see what happens." Back at Pine Hill Cottage, the children eagerly wound up the clockwork parrot, twisting its little golden key at the back. To their astonishment, the parrot suddenly began to flap its wings, chirping in a strange mechanical voice. "Follow the map, to the hidden bay," it squawked. The children stared at each other, wide-eyed. "A hidden bay?" Lucy asked, her heart racing. Tom grabbed the old sea maps they had found on the ship. "I think I know where it is, the Bay of Lost Secrets. It's marked here on this map, but it's not on the normal maps." Ben jumped up. "Let's go find it. There's treasure waiting for us." With the parrot leading the way, the three friends set off to the Bay of Lost Secrets. They followed the coastline, climbing over rocks and wading through shallow streams until they reached a small, secluded beach, hidden from view by towering cliffs. It was just as the parrot had said. This bay wasn't on any normal map. The moment they stepped onto the soft sand, they noticed a large rock formation in the shape of a ship's wheel. Beneath it, partially hidden by the sand, was an old wooden chest, covered in barnacles and seaweed. "I think we've found it," Lucy exclaimed, her voice trembling with excitement. With a mixture of joy and suspense, the children worked together to pull the chest from the sand. The lock on the chest was rusted, but with a bit of effort, they managed to break it open. Inside, they found piles of old coins, glittering jewels, and strange artifacts, all shimmering in the sunlight. But there, at the very top, was a small golden compass, engraved with a skull and crossbones. "This must be the pirate's treasure," Tom said, holding up the compass. And look, it's pointing somewhere. The parrot, which had been quietly perched on Tom's shoulder, suddenly fluttered its wings again. The treasure you've found is only the beginning. Follow the compass, and the real secret awaits. With hearts racing, the three children looked at each other, ready to follow the compass's direction. They knew one thing for sure. This was only the start of their pirate adventure. The Clockwork Parrot had unlocked a secret, and now it was time for the real treasure hunt to begin.